What's up guys, welcome back. In today's video we are going to work on the vacate the house, meaning if you no longer want to live in this house, you can just pack your stuff and then you can just leave, or if the house belongs to you, you can put it for rent. For rent or sale or whatever. But we're not going to work on the selling part yet. We're going to work on the vacate the house. So let me show you what we are going to work on today. So I can still buy the house, and there are two ways you can vacate the home. So let's say, for example, you already pack up all your stuff or whatever, and oh wait, okay, yeah, 1 second. Let me just go back and put this to something longer than that. Okay, so yeah, let's say I go and purchase the house, and now I can just walk here and then just press E. There's a timer. The reason why we have the timer, it's because once you vacate the house, you will no longer have access to the door. So just give the player enough time, and as you can see, this is back. And then I can just rent the house. And then the other way you can vacate, let's say you out in the world doing whatever you're doing and you don't want to live there, pull your phone, vacate, and then you're gonna see it's gonna show up again. Yep. Okay. And now there are two things I want to address. Uh, one, I've been receiving a lot of messages on Discord about the interaction and also the buying. The renting is not working properly. Okay. And one thing, the second thing, I'm going to say, some of you guys probably not going to like it and might take offense to it, but I'm sorry. But I need to say it. Trust me, it's for your own good. Um, I'm not trying to build a fully functioning game for you guys. Okay? I'm just trying to teach you the basics of how to do certain things, and then you can just uh, go and add more stuff based on what you learn. Okay? So with that being said, trust me, a simple interaction text like this shouldn't be that hard to fix. Okay? And the reason why I said that is because I don't want you to be stuck in a loop. To be stuck in a loop of watching tutorials every time you want to fix something. Or every time you want to build something, you got to find a tutorial or somebody got to teach you. You have you have to start thinking like a programmer in order for you to become one. Okay? Because as a programmer, 99.9% of your job going to be problem solving. Okay? That's why you see a lot of games keep pushing out updates. It's because they are finding problems and they are fixing them. So with that being said, to solve the the issue with let me see, let me show you what's going on. Is this okay? People are saying, "Oh, it's not working," and there are another bug in the game, and I want you to fix for yourself. I will show you. I will point you to the where the bug is coming from. Now it's up to you to figure it out. Okay? Now it's up to you. So for example, let's say buy the house, right? Everything worked. Matter of fact, let's just go here and then let's put this to 2 seconds. Okay? Let's say I purchased the house. All right. Boom, vacate. Okay, I have 100,000. And then now let's say I rent the house. I have a 94, 91, and let's say I vacate. All right, now I'm left with 88. Now guess what happened? When I go here, can no longer purchase the house or rent the house, right? Even though I have 85,000, but I can't rent the house. Okay? Can't rent the house. And let me show you where the bug is. So inside of the BPC house, where we're doing the renting, the bug is here. Okay? Take a look. The bug is here. Now, it's up to you to fix this. I will not fix this for you. I'm showing you again. This is where the bug is. Okay? Once you figure it out, trust me, you'll be able to rent, do everything. But this is where the bug is. Okay. So now let's go and fix the interaction. Excuse me. Because I want you to start thinking like a programmer. Okay? If you watch my stream, you will see how I go about building things. You know what I'm saying? So for example, let me show you. If I come here and then, oh, I don't see any text. So what could that be? Why could that be? What's the reason why I'm not seeing the text? Okay? Start asking yourself this question, why I'm not seeing the text? Well, if I come here, I know I'm setting this in the event graph. I'm getting the text and I'm setting it to something. What is that something? Well, that something is that variable. Well, what do I need to do? Well, check that something to see if it has anything in there. As you can see, there's nothing here. So this is the first one. So you just add interact, press to interact. Oh, to interact. All right. So this is the first fix. Okay. Now here we go. Now there's another way or another place you can fix this. You can add this, and that's gonna be in the house. Now when you interact with the by collision, right? Which is this thing right here. That widget is created, right? Like we create the create interaction widget. So you have access to it. So what you can do, you can say get the UI reference, UI interaction, check it to see if it's valid. And if it is, we setting the same text again, this text. Now we have two places where we're making sure set interaction text. We add the same thing. Okay? Now we have two places that we know if one failed, the other one should work. Right? Like this. Okay? So now the second fix, and that is probably that's not your fault. That's mostly my fault. I think it's the mistake that I made. And then Unreal Engine 2 be acting real crazy sometimes. So it is inside of the BPC house. Okay. So first let's take a look. First we probably had it where I know what I in the video I did get player info, and then we break it, and then we get the house array, and then we do a for each loop. All right, we had it like that. We did a for each loop, and then we set the current house to this. Okay, we had it like this. Okay, so we buy, and then nothing. See, the house is not opening. Why is that? Well, we get an array, and remind you, an array can hold multiple things. So the issue is it may not be returning the right index. Okay, and to make stuff simple, we can just remove this. Okay, and then delete this for now. let's see. Well, we know we need to set the current house, right? We're dealing with the buy house right now. So the current house lives uh, inside of the player character, right? This. It's replicated and everything. So we need to set it. Set current house. Well, this get the house info, it's returning whichever house we are interacting with, right? So this could easily be a reference to this, right? So if I go here, now purchase the house, door open, okay? Or what you can do to make your code a bit cleaner, you can just promote this to a variable, right? Make sure it's replicated, and then let's see. We get the house, we plug this up, and where else do we need the house? We need it down here. Ooh, I have two of them. Let's delete this. That's probably from my last tutorial. Oh, wait a minute. Let's go back. Let me see. Find references. Let's see. Okay, well, it seems like we are. Oh, no. This could be coming from. Okay, where is this coming from? Okay, let's promote this to a variable. Okay, and we're gonna say ref house. Yeah, I don't want you to get confused. So um, we can plug this up like so. Get the ref house, plug it here as well. Delete this. And ref house, plug it here. And what is this? Character. Grab this, disconnect this, plug this up here, and then we get the character. This is so your code is more readable, okay? And then we can remove this. Remove this. And delete. Wait, no, don't delete this. Make sure this is plugged up. Okay, and then go here, buy house, open, close. Okay, so this is what we're doing. After we get the house ref, okay, we promote it to a variable. We call it something else because this is something, I don't know where this is coming from, but I'm gonna have to check. If you don't have this, don't worry about it. Excuse me. Now we get the player character. We checking to see if money is greater than the house cost. If our money it's greater or equal to the price of the house. If it is, right, we're doing a check to see if it is. If it is, we moving the house cost from our player money, and then we setting our player money to whatever it's left, okay, and then we set owner to ourselves, and then has owner to true, and then we also set the current house, our current home, to whichever house we're interacting with or we are purchasing. Okay, and then we hide the sign and the buy collision. Okay, so we can do the same thing for the rent. We can just add this right here, and then remove this, delete this, get the character here, put it here, and get that ref house or whatever you call that variable, and in here put the ref house as well. Oh, put that variable there, and let's see. Yeah, so if we go and rent the house, then we can get in. All right, now let me go over it one more time so you can see. So we get the house info, we promote it to a variable, whatever that return value is. Okay, and then we get in our player character. Matter of fact, let's say set current house here as well. House ref, plug it up. We just check in to make sure everything is working properly. There we go. Okay, so get the house ref. Now this is on the rent part. Get the house ref, get player character, set it to current house, and then we get the player money, checking to see if it's greater or equal to whatever the house price is. And remember, this is where the problem is. Okay, if it is, we're just removing 3,000 because that's how much it costs to rent. And then we get our character. We set members from the house info. Now we are a tenant. We set tenant to ourselves, and then has tenant to true, and then current house to whatever house we're renting, and then we hide the buy menu, the buy sign, and everything. Okay, so that part is fixed, and then we're doing it on the client. So this is working. All right, and then we can. Okay, cool. So now one more thing, and I think this was on my part, that mistake, or maybe I didn't do it. I don't know. Let's go to the regular widget, to the main HUD, and then for now let's add a text. Okay, and then call it player money. Okay, let's add the content. Keep it right over there. And let's go to create a binding, and let's say get player pawn. We say JC character, and then okay, we can say get player money. Nope, info. Player info. We break player info, and let's print the player money. And like I said, this is where I need you to start thinking. Okay, so now if I rent the house, everything is working as usual. See, charging me money because that's what needs to happen. But if I buy a house, well, still charging me money. You see, that shouldn't happen because I just purchased the house. Now, why is that? Well, if you think about it, when we are calling charge rent every 2 seconds. But there are a check that we need to do. Let's go on the character. It's inside the event graph on the begin play. Okay, here. What do I have to init function? Oh, okay. This one gets player controller. And what is this one return? Oh, this. Okay, okay. Let me change this. Set character or character ref and component. So that way I know what this is. Okay, so back to begin play. Okay, charge rent. So this is where we're doing the server charge rent. Okay, and then we run in the MC, we're doing the set timer by event. Okay, and then it's looping every 2 seconds. So, well, as of right now, it's charging no matter what. Whether if we are the, let's move this. It's charging no matter what, whether we own the house or buy the house. So we need to check to see if we are the tenant. Only if we are the tenant. I don't know if I made a mistake or what, but only if you are the tenant, you should get charged. Okay. Boom. So now if I rent, I'm getting charged. Okay. And if I purchase, shouldn't get charged. There you go. Problem solved. And yeah, everything worked. Okay, cool. So now let's say charge rent. Charge rent. Okay. I don't want you to just click what I'm clicking. Okay. I want you to ask yourself, why is certain things are being done? Okay. That's how you're gonna be able to solve problems. Okay. And like I always say, print string is your friend. Trust me, your biggest friend. So now let's start working on the vacate the house part. Okay. So let's go to the house BP. Let me delete this for now because I want to be able to travel inside of there and spawn stuff. Okay, house BP. Let's go in here and let's find a spot where I want to. Where's the door? Okay, this is my door. Let's put it over here. So select this, add a box collision. Let's call it vacate box. Okay, bring it over here and then select that again, add a static mesh for we don't even need that add the static mesh. Let's just keep it like that. Make sure this is the heading and game set to false, and then let's do this 50 50 100 maybe 100. Yeah. Okay, now let's start thinking. Well, what do I need to do? Well, I need to know who's interacting with the box. So to do that, begin overlap and overlap. And let's copy all of this, put it here, all the actor, put it here, and put it here. Okay, now let's create a new boolean. Say can interact with vacate box. Now it's a long name, but trust me, it's good. Okay, set it to true and set it to false down here. Now, if we go up, I just remove the begin play. If we go up, well, we know we are using the trigger input here. So what we need to do, we also need to, excuse me, let's add a sequence to do multiple things. Okay, so if we're not interacting with the buying box, this is gonna fail anyway, so it's not gonna happen. So now we need to check, are we interacting with the vacant box? If we are, well, let's see. It should print hello. So spawn in the house. Hello. Okay. So now let's start asking ourselves, what we trying to do? What are we trying to do? We know. Okay, this is how I want you to start thinking. We know when we purchased the house, what did we do? What did we do when we purchased the house in order for us to be able to interact, open the doors and stuff? Well, no, not you. Let's go. Well, we know when we buy or rent the house, we are setting these up, right? We are setting, if we buying, we setting the owner and has owner to true, and if we renting, we setting uh, tenant and has tenant to true. Well, what do we need to do? Well, we need to do the opposite of this, right? So now, how do we get access to that house? So we have a current house inside of our player, which is the house that we just purchased, the house that we own. Okay, so we need to get a reference to our character, make sure it's valid. Okay, and then we need to get BPC house. Okay, and well, let's get current home. Now it's gonna be an error. Why? If I'm doing it the way I'm doing right now, well, it's gonna be an error because I'm spawning inside of this house. I don't have a house. Okay, if I use my best friend print string, okay, I should even see anything. It should just server. See, I'm not getting anything because it's not valid, right? So if I do not valid, I should get not valid because I don't have a home yet because I didn't purchase it. I just spawned inside of the house. So what I need to do, I need to go, wait, let's go here. Let's put back the print string. I need to go outside, start over, and by now if I go here, see, default house. Okay, so now here's another issue. Okay, and I don't know if you saw it, right? Soon as hit this door, watch what happened to the top left. Default house. It's calling this right here soon as I open the door. Why is that? Well, it's happening because so we have a reference to our house, so we need a delay. This is why I add the delay in the house. So let's say if I do 0.6, I mean 6 seconds, right? Now if I purchase the home, it won't say that after 6 seconds until the 6 seconds has passed. Watch. See? Now it's happening. So this is where we need to create the countdown widget to make sure that let's see, how did I do that? I think I did it inside of the house widget. Yeah, that's what it should be. Yeah, timer widget. Okay, so let's work on the timer widget, right? So this is not it. Let me go out project, duplicate this, call this timer widget, and I need my second monitor. Bad. Size box. Size to content. Yeah, that's not have it. You can style this however you want, but I'm not gonna waste time installing it today. So let's add a text. Make it 17. Give it a padding 15, 8, 15, 8. And say timer. So now let me go and double check my work. Okay, so cut down data. Okay. All right. So down here in the event graph, we need to call a custom event. Say start count down, and make sure you call it on begin play. Start countdown, and we need a variable. Let's call it T timer. Make it a float. We need to get it. We need to subtract by delta seconds, so that way every frame pass. Okay, and then we need to clamp float. The maximum will be our timer right there, and then we need to set it right there. And what else? Set it, and then set the text, and then check to see if it's 0. Okay. And what we need to do now, we need to get the timer text, right? This, and then we need to set that text. Set text. And then we set it to this. Okay. Now we need to check to see if the timer equal to 0. If the timer is at 0, we want to remove it. We want to remove the whole widget from the screen. We can say remove widget. Oh no, we move from parent. Okay, we move from parent, and then here, let's get the event tick, and let's call start countdown to decrement, to reduce the timer. It needs to happen on every tick. And then here, what we need to do, we need to get the character, check to see if it's valid, get the VPC, see if it's valid, and then we need to set this timer to a variable inside of the VPC, because so that way you can set the timer to whatever you want. So let's create a float, time to vacate, make it a float so it can match, but make sure whatever, oh no, you don't have to make sure, yeah, whatever this is gonna override the other one. Yeah, so 10 seconds, and then get time to vacate, and then you plug it right here. Okay, so let's recap. Create a variable, we call it timer. We get the delta seconds, and we turn the frame per second. Okay, so we move in that, and then we clamp it, so that way we don't get a bunch of, I mean, we still get a bunch of numbers in the back, but we don't want to get a long number in the back, so we're gonna clamp it. And after we clamp it, we're gonna set it to the return value of this. So we're gonna set it, and then we're gonna get our text, which is the time text, and then we're gonna set it to this. And then now we check in to see if the timer equal to 0. Okay, so if it is, we're just gonna remove the whole widget, and then we are getting the event text to call this. And the reason why we set it right here on the begin play is so that way we can use it with our cell phone, because if we don't use it, if we don't call it on a begin play, this, it's only gonna happen the first time you create this, so it's only gonna happen once. Okay, so this is why we call it. So every time that widget is created, it's gonna go through the whole cycle again. Okay, it's gonna start the countdown and everything. So let me double check. Oh, see, I didn't even need to plug this up, so just do it like that. Yeah. So yeah, so you're just gonna set the timer, because that's all we need pretty much is the timer. We just need the timer to set this. Okay, so let me double check again. Yep. Okay, cool. So now we need to create that widget. Okay, and what we're gonna do, go to BPC house. No, not the BPC house. We need to go to the component, the widget component. Yep, right there. So we say server create timer widget. Okay, and copy this, and client create timer widget. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna pretty much do the same thing, create widget, timer widget, promote it to a variable, timer widget, right? And we're gonna check this, see if it's valid. If it's valid, If it's not valid, we're gonna create it. If it's valid, we just add to viewport and make sure you plug the widget and call it here. Client create time widget. And there are one thing that I know we need to do. So let me see. BPC, where we're doing the vacate. Okay. Yeah, on the timer. Right here. Yep. Okay, cool. So this right here. Yo, what's up, my boy? Hold on the timer, we need to make this instant editable and expose on spawn. No, I'm not. Okay, instant editable and expose on spawn. So if we go back to the widget, give this a refresh, they show up. Plug this up. Plug this up. Okay, right there, you see? Plug it up, plug it up. So now we can close this. We can close this. And what's this? Renting. Are we even doing? No, we didn't do it yet. Okay. So here, back to the BP house. Okay. Back to the BP house where we are doing the interaction with the vacate box. We need to go here and create two more functions. Custom event server vacate. Oops. Server vacate home. Okay. Make sure it's running on the server. And then client vacate home. And then we can just call client vacate home. And then inside of BP house, here we say server vacate home. Okay. And let me clean this code so that way we know. Okay, cool. So what now we are here. So the first thing we need to do, let me double check so that way I can speed this up. Okay, cool beans. Here, the first thing we do, we get player character. We get current house. Make sure it's valid as well. And then from the character, we can say get VPC widget. Because we need to create the create timer widget. Yeah, that's what we need to do. So okay, so let me explain this to you so that way you guys can understand. So on the vacate home, we get in the character, make sure it's valid. We get in the house because we don't want to vacate a house if we don't have a house. So we make sure it's valid, and then we get the widget. So now we need to call the create timer widget. This timer needs to go here. Reason why? It's because remember, we don't want to vacate the home soon as we click the button. Okay, let me show you. So if we do this, print string, and say vacated, right? If I go here, I believe by the home, vacated. You see? Before we even get in the house, it's already vacant. But if I do dot, but one more thing too, I shouldn't do that because oh, I'm gonna fall through the ground. Buy the home. Yeah, that shouldn't happen. Okay, let me see. Let me see. Oh, why am I here? Cause here can interact with box, can interact with door. It should not happen soon as we interact with the door. And it's inside BP house. This engine is weird, even though I call it hub, but this engine is weird because I'm doing the same thing here, right? But it's not giving me a problem here, but it's giving me a problem in the other project. Why is that? Checking, yeah. I don't understand why. Because in the house, vacant box, this thing should only happen if we're inside of it, if we're interacting with it, which is here with door, door. Okay, let's do this. Let's do this. And interacting with door is not true. Let's try this. Since you want to act crazy. So click buy, open, and it's not happening. When I click this, here we go. Now it's happening. Yeah. Yeah, now it's happening when you hit jail. Cool. Okay, cool. So what you need to do, I don't know why it's doing it, but we need to make sure that is interacting with door is not valid. Okay? And then the reason why you still see this, it's because it's happening. But we need to make sure we have a delay. We wait till the timer is done. So put a delay and then the same delay here. Okay? And then now we can hit print string and then we can say vacated, whatever, vacated. Now you will see it won't print the vacated until the timer is gone. Buy, open, and after the timer is gone, you would say it said vacated. Vacated. All right. So now what we need to do here, well, this is where we need to start setting things to null. So from the current house, get house info. And then another thing we can check here, right? We can break this. Remember I was saying we need to check to see if we are the owner of the house or not. So let's check. If we are the owner, if this is equal to ourselves, that means we are the owner of the house. Well, we can say print string put house for sale. So this is where we need to do the selling of the house. But if we're not, that means we are renting the house, right? And then we can just say renting. Now what you should see, let's put this to a load timer, let's say 2. Nope, I'm gonna go fall to the ground. You know what, matter of fact, let's just put the thing back. Now if I buy the home, boom. If I go here, 2 seconds, it's gonna say put house for sale, right? So if I hit play again, renting the house, rent the house. Now I should say renting. See, renting. So now we know. Now we know if we own the house, before we set everything to 0, we need to make sure we check to see if somebody purchased the house already. I mean, yeah, already. But since we are renting, we want to vacate. We can simply say, let's delete this. Come on, don't do this to me. We can set member. Okay, what we need to set? Well, we're no longer a tenant. We can just say has, we can put tenant. To be on the safe side, let's just do this too. Has owner and owner. Let's reset everything to be on the safe side. Okay. Now, if we hit play, oh, before we do that, so that way we don't just lock ourselves in. Put this back to 10. Hit, got it, boom. Voila, rent. And then, boom, and then run for us. Go. And then, yep. Now, oh, why is it still letting us get in? That is weird. Set owner to nothing. Let me see. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. That is what I'm doing. Oh, yeah. Because current house still valid. Yeah. Set current house to nada. Uh-oh. No. We need it from player character. Like that. Set current house to nothing. Right the home. Go here. Oh, haul ass. Okay. Let's see. What? What's going on? Why am I still? Yeah. Okay. This is weird. Okay. Let's see. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what's going on. Tenant. Let's print tenant. See what we got. This don't need to happen on the client. This needs to happen on multicast. My bad. This is a multicast event. Yeah, this should be a multicast event. Yes. This should be a multicast. Because tenant should return not, yeah. There you go. My bad. I'm sorry, y'all. Sorry. Yeah. So, I'm deleting too much. So multicast need to be on a multicast. Okay. So make sure this is MC Vacate home instead of, you know what? Make sure it's reliable so that way it happen regardless. Okay. So now what we need to do after we vacate the place, we need to hide. We need to show these again. Okay. We need to show them again. So how we do this? Where did we? I think we hide them inside of the character, didn't we? If you go to BPC house, hide component. Yep, it's inside of the character under replication. We can just copy these two nodes. Matter of fact, we can just copy this, and then we can say server show component. And in here we can say, what's this? Yeah, okay. Multicast show component. MC show component. And then this one to be multicast, this one to be server, and then call MC show component. Plug this up, plug this up, plug this up, uncheck this, uncheck this, and then I think we need to put collision to query and physics. Yep, do that. And then back to here. No, here. From the character, we need to say server show component, and we get the current house. Wait. So this need to happen before. Ooh, where is it? Before we set this. So grab this before we reset the house. Yeah, before we reset everything, this need to happen. Because from the current house of the player, get current house. We are checking, we're getting the by collision, get by collision, put it on the box collision, and here we need to get the bind sign and get it and put it to the static mesh. Yeah. Like so. So now it's gone. Okay. Here we go. Now it's here. I can buy it again. Vacate. Nice there. Rent again. Yeah, and I can keep doing that. Now, here is some homework for you. Because like I said, I want you to be a better programmer. Here's some homework for you. What is this? Current house. Is this? It's right there. This is the problem. El problemo. Where did I put it? See what I mean? I don't understand why Unreal Engine keep doing this to me. Doing the same thing. I'm putting it before we clear it out. Before we clear it out. Why is the current house not valid here? Why? Because I still have the house. I still have it here. You should set the print string first and then hide the house. Okay, then what was the problem? What was the problem? I tell you, this engine getting on my nerves. Okay, now here's a little bit of homework for you, and then you get it done. So when you pull the phone, I want you to add a button here, and then call. Come on. I want you to call the same function that we call here, and let me give you a little bit of another hint. So in the house, BP house, you see this? You see how we're doing it? You see? We get the character, we get the BPC house, right? I mean, yeah, BPC house, and then we get the current house, and then we call in the vacate home from the BPC house. So what you need to do, let me show you. Cell phone, you see where it says middle? I will add a canvas panel, set it to fill, and then add a button, and then do what you gotta do to make this happen. So when I rent the place, I can just, you know what, go out here, click my little button, boom. See, how's it going? And this right here, this is how we're gonna become police officers or whatever the thing we need to do. I'm working on it. So let me show you. Let's see if that's my, yeah, that's my project. Let's say, let me go to quiz widget. Is that it? Yeah. Okay. Let's add a button here. Let's add a text. And on this button, I'm still working on it. So pretty much what I'm doing is increment this. Yeah. This is where we're gonna become, we gotta take a test before we become the officer and everything. So if I click this, what is it? Boom. Wait, hold on. Wall on my youth. Auto wrap. Well, yeah, why is it not doing it? I don't know what the heck is going on. 10. You know, and then if we click it to see if this is greater than Uh, wait, trying to think. Oh, greater than that array. That's what it needs to be. Yeah, it needs to be greater than this array. Let me see. Like this. Make it. Get the length. See if it's greater than this. Do sesh sep. Yes. So click what is super one. Which month come after November? What is the best YouTube channel for Unreal Engine? Now it's greater. Okay, cool. Now since it's greater, what I need to do, I need to get the button and then set is enable to false. Matter of fact, let me just do greater or equal to. This is not coming anytime soon, okay? So this is something I'm working on so that way we can have it ready. It's not coming anytime soon. But boom, boom, boom. See, not it. So what's gonna happen is this is gonna be a multiple choices thing. So it's gonna say what is 2 plus 2, and then we're gonna have like 4 or 5 answers. I mean, yeah, answers to choose from. So when you click the answer, this button gonna become active, and then when you click on it, it goes to why is it this thing not showing the way I want it to show? Okay, let's leave it like that for now. Yeah, so like that. Which month come after November? Now you select the answer. What is the best YouTube channel for Unreal? And then now since it's bigger, there's no more answer. Now this is the part where right now I just disable it, but this is the part I would check all the answers, see if it match, see how many of them matches, and then you would get the score. Now if you pass, then I think I'm gonna have it where you can go to training or whatever. But um that's it for me for today, guys. Thank you for watching. And like I said, try your best to use print string to figure it out where some of your stuff are messing up, so that way you can fix them and you don't have to wait for me to fix some of the bugs that you are having. Okay, so like I said, remember here you need to add a button. Okay, and then you know what to do with the button, button, whatever. English is hard. And you need to call the same exact function, the same way you see it here. Okay, the same way you see it here, you need to call it on the cell phone. Yeah, I don't have the character reference there on purpose. You need to get the character reference, and if you watch how we get references from stuff, especially where we do the let me show you this, where we're doing the money thing. You see how we got the reference? Get pawn, and then we get the reference. The same way you need to do it on a cell phone, and then call this the same way. Okay, and then it will let you click the button to vacate the home. Okay, and one more thing you can do to make sure that everything is working properly. If we go to the character, where is it? Is it right here? Yeah, this, let's promote this to a variable, and we can say, we can call this rent timer. Okay, make sure it's clear, replicate it, even though it's checking every 2 seconds to to see if we are a tenant, right? What if your timer is like you checking every 30 minutes? Okay, so this timer will continue to go. It's gonna keep going. So what you need to do here, okay, where we're doing the vacate the home, let's get yeah, get the character, and then we can say get rent timer, and then we can say clear and invalidated by timer handle. So soon as we call this, soon as we vacate the house, this timer will stop. It will no longer charge us again. Okay. Now you can get complicated with it to check to see, hey, did you already pay the last month rent or whatever? You can get complicated with it, but I'm not gonna get on that. But thank you guys for watching. If you like the video, please leave a like, and if you have any concern or anything going on with your project, you can leave a comment, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.